Hi guys, let's talk about Litecoin, UFC, Askren, mass adoption. Thanks for coming back to the channel. It's exciting to see, cryptocurrency becoming more and more popular. It's been brought up to the masses. UFC, one of the biggest when it comes to MMA fighting. Some don't like it, others do. Personally, myself, I do enjoy watching here and there a bit of an MMA and UFC in particular. And back in December, UFC did sign up some sort of obviously partnership with Litecoin. It was displayed in the Octagon. It definitely brought a little bit more awareness. Not quite sure short term did it do any good, but let's be honest, any news it's good news, I believe. And in the long term, if they do continue, because it looks like it's some sort of a partnership that it's evolving, it's definitely good. Even if you don't like Litecoin in particular, it does bring attention to cryptocurrency. And if someone's to search, let's say, how to buy Litecoin, they may end up in Coinbase, and in Coinbase you get exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatnot. And let's be honest, most of the people do know Bitcoin. That's not the first partnership, and that's not the first time we do see MMA fighter really advertising cryptocurrency. Rory McDonald was one of the biggest back in 2018, I believe. He used to be quite vocal when it comes to Bitcoin, I think, first, and then moved to Bitcoin Cash. In fact, I think he used to require some of his payments to be paid in cryptocurrency, which is great. I'm not quite sure as of lately, because he did move over to Belator, but I'm pretty sure he is still backing up cryptocurrency, and he's still a fan of it. Also, we had back in October of 2018, Cyborg signing up some partnership with PIVX. Don't know the whole details in regards to it, but it's great to see these cryptocurrencies signing up with these huge stars to get promotion and bringing cryptocurrency to the masses. I mean, love it or hate it, UFC is one of the biggest. They're only getting bigger and bigger. And signing up a deal with the ESPN, and now this partnership with Litecoin, it's going to get definitely an exposure. More people will come to cryptocurrency. It may not have an immediate effect, but eventually I believe it will happen. And now the latest, Ben Askren, one of the hottest ticket in the UFC at the moment, because he did came over with a deal with Mighty Mouse from one championship. So he's fighting Rory, which is one of the biggest in history when it comes to fighting. It's a great matchup, definitely looking forward to see it. And he has now done some sort of a promo for Litecoin, which personally myself I haven't seen the whole of it, but we're going to look at it at the moment, and I'm just going to give my thoughts at the end. But I think it's great. As I mentioned already, any news is good news. We are definitely looking for cryptocurrency to become mass adopted, for people to be using it, people to be aware of it, and eventually to, I wouldn't say it will replace fiat, but it probably will work alongside it. I mean, many companies are already putting quite a lot of infrastructure. Even Facebook or things, the CEO of Facebook is testing Lightning Network and whatnot. But let's see what Ben Askren has to say, because he talks about the previous business, the fee he had to pay and all that. But let's watch it real quickly. It's a 3-minute long, and here it is. I'm going to put a link down below to all the things.
Guys? Sorry, I got cut off there. I don't know what the deal was. Someone tried calling me, screen flipped off. I'm back. So like I said, I'm in Las Vegas right now. We got the press conference. I'm up early because the time zone changed. I got kids, so I'm always up early no matter what. And reading, about to go work out in a little bit. Hey man, I got a PSA about cryptos, and it's really simple. It's so obvious to me, the need and the necessity for them. So I had this real life situation. I had paid someone or I purchased a service from somebody to redo my website the other day, and he sent me a bill online, and I said, hey man, you didn't let me the chance to pay for this with a credit card. He said, well, I would like you to send a check because then I don't get the transaction fees taken out. I said, damn man, transaction fees, that's part of doing business. So for those of you who don't own a business or take payments online, transaction fees, 2 to 3%, plus usually like a plus 30 cents transaction fee. Yes, I want till after I beat Robbie. And so, hey, if you do $100,000 of business, say on the low end, 2,500, on the high end, probably 4,000. ish dollars are taken out of your paycheck simply for transaction fees. That's just the bank stealing your money for their part in the transaction. And you don't really get anything out of it, right? You just have to do it. It sucks. Now, so I said to this guy, well, he wanted me to send a check. I said, man, the checks are outdated. I am not, first of all, I don't even know where my checkbook is for that account. I'm not going to find my checkbook. Then I'm going to have to find your address. Then I'm going to find a stamp. Then I'm going to drive to the post office. Wow, that's a lot of work. So I said, hey man, if you don't want to deal with, if you don't want to deal with the transaction fees, crypto is the way to go. Crypto, you can make a transaction in a few seconds, and especially Litecoin is where I think it's going to be at. I think the Litecoin transaction take like 5 seconds, something really fast. I think the transaction fee is negligible, a couple pennies, no big deal. And so, if you're a small business owner and you don't want to deal with transaction fees, cryptos are so obvious. It's so obvious to anyone who doesn't get it. It's so obvious. There's no transaction fees and they go really fast. Boom, there you go. That's all I have to say this morning. You're a small business owner. You want to take some payments. Crypto's the way to go.
So I'm not gonna let the whole video play, but you get the the logistic of it. He's definitely pushing Litecoin, as you heard him, and they do have some partnership with the UFC. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with it. Some people don't like Litecoin; they would never invest in Litecoin, but it does bring attention to cryptocurrency in general. Now, in particular with Litecoin, they have the Halvin coming up later this year. We all know when Halvin comes along, history at least shows up that the price booms. Now, this could be very smart from Charlie Lee and Litecoin team to start, partnering with the UFC, with fighters and whatnot, to push Litecoin, in approach of the Halvin, possibly getting more people involved in investing. And you never know, we may see a huge bull run coming up towards the Halvin, and obviously with this promos that they are doing, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to be the last one. There will be more to come. And as I mentioned, Ben Askren is hot ticket. If he does win this fight, he's going to become even hotter, although some people don't like him, but it's one of those things. If he beats a great fighter, people are going to talk about him, people are going to search his videos, people are going to get to know that he's talking about cryptocurrency. And your average Joe may not know about cryptocurrency, but loving, let's say, Ben Askren, UFC, watching him talk about Litecoin, they may own a business, or they may, like, for the first time hear what is cryptocurrency and start to research. And from there on now, more and more people get involved. They talk to, between their friends and whatnot. And eventually, I believe this is the right direction for cryptocurrency, mass adoption, possibly, it's not a financial advice, but good thing to look into Litecoin, as I mentioned, with the partnership, with the exposure they're getting, and as well as the Halvin coming up. I believe this price will, we may see a bull run. How big? I don't know. I truly believe nobody really knows, but it's inevitable to happen, in my personal opinion. That's it from me, guys. I'm going to put links down below to everything that you've watched. You can watch the whole video yourself. It's exciting to see these partnerships, and let's see where it takes us. And see you in the next video. Bye for now.